Alright, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another
Kirby
Astronomer
Brock.
video. So in today's video, we are going to be unboxing a plush that I've been highly anticipating for a while now. And it was announced I believe a couple months ago. I don't know when it was released, but I believe pretty recently. So yeah, if you saw the title or saw the thumbnail, then you probably already know what it is. But nevertheless, we are going to get it unboxed. So let's get this guy open. Let's see. Came all the way from Japan and was very pricey. Alright, here he is. Still in his bubble wrap. So this is from Kaiju Store from Nippon. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Alright, here he is. So this is the Astronomer Waddle plush based off the character from Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Star Cross World. So let's get him out as classic. Alright, here he is. Astronomer Waddle. Very, very cool. And the tag basically sells it that this is a character from Forgotten Land, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. Very cool. So here he is. This guy was very pricey. I believe the cheapest listing I could find for him was like $45. And I don't know if that would be the price if it wasn't for, you know, like current market conditions and whatever, but nevertheless, pretty pricey. Even on Japanese websites where they initially had him at a lower price because of shipping, it still would have been like $45, $50. So yeah, you're gonna have to pay some the big bucks for this guy, but oh no, I think it was kind of worth it. I mean, look at him. Very, very cool. And I believe this is actually bigger than the average, like, Sane Kirby plush. I believe this is bigger than their, like, normal All-Star Waddle Dee plush. So that's, again, a very big, very big plus. And another thing is the detail on this guy. I mean, it's absolutely miraculous. Look at this. Look at his hat. Look at the, like, constellation-like designs and how they all kind of, like, connect to each other. Like, they put a lot of detail into the design of this plush. And I love the crystal on top of his hat. I don't know how they pulled this off, because I feel like replicating the crystal in, like, some sort of, like, felt form would be insanely difficult, but Sane did it anyway, and they did it like absolutely spectacularly. I don't know how they replicated it so well, but they did. Obviously, it's a different type of fabric compared to the rest of the plush, but nevertheless, very, very cool. The hat is also stitched very well onto the Big D himself, so another big plus. And on the back is his telescope, I believe, or something similar to that. So yeah, they also did a very neat job on this accessory, whatever it is. I think it is a telescope of some sort. I'm not quite sure what it specifically is, but I'm thinking it's something around that general description. Very nice job. You can see like the bandage like wrapping around it. You can even see like they try to implement like felt lines to do it as well. Like, that's awesome. They really did put a lot of attention to detail in this plush, and I love it. And here's the top of it with its lens. Very cool. They did just an incredible job on everything. They even put like bandages and straps around him, so it actually looks like the telescope is attached to his back. And they did, of course, another really neat job on the straps. I thought they were Velcro for a little bit. It would have been cool if they were, but it's whatever. That it isn't. And Waddle Dee himself, it's just, you know, basic Waddle Dee. Of course, the stitching, the felt, it's all very cool. I'm not noticing a lot of like little marks on him or whatnot, but so they did, of course, a really great job on that. So yeah, here he is. They did an overall great job, and I absolutely love the stuffing on this one. Sane most of the time do stuff their plushes very well, but this guy's just like stuffed to the absolute brim. So they did a great job with the stuffing. No part of this plush feels like understuffed like at all. The stitching's great, the attention to detail is great. Even the size is pretty good. I actually want to see if this is bigger than like your normal plush yourself. This guy's been sitting on a shelf for years waiting to be used. So this is Sane's normal All-Star Waddle Dee plush they released, I believe, like a couple years ago. And here he is compared to Astronomer Waddle Dee. So obviously the hat makes him a little bit bigger, but I believe even without the hat, maybe if I can like pull it back a little bit. Even without the hat, I think Astronomer Waddle Dee is still a little bit bigger than the normal All-Star Waddle Dee plush. Yeah, very cool. So yeah, they did a really great job on this plush. This is actually my second piece of the Nintendo Switch 2 merchandise, because I believe I would have already uploaded this by the time of this upload, but I also unboxed the Mario Kart World Mario plush, also made by Sane. So yeah, now I have two pieces of Switch 2 merchandise. Very cool. Overall, I give them like a 9 out of 10. This is a really great plush. The detail, the stuffing, the material, it's all very nice. I would just suggest wait a little bit, because I still don't think it's worth the price that I bought it for. I don't think it's anywhere close to $45, $50. Maybe like $25, $30. Until the price drops down to around that level, I would not suggest buying this guy. I just bought him because I'm a huge like Kirby cuck, so of course I had to buy him. But in general, if you're wanting to get this guy, I would just suggest to wait a couple months so the price tag can be dropped down a little bit. Maybe buy him when he actually appears more in US retailers and just in the US overall. So yeah, overall, really great plush, but I don't think he was really worth the price that I bought him for. Still, overall, I'd probably give it like an 8.5 out of 10. Very neat plush. So yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone, and bye-bye.